Hello, my cabbages. I think you know what time is happening soon. Not yet, but next episode. What? A big war always happens every 10 episodes? What? I'm on the Alliance layer? So yeah, right now we have two alliances that are surviving. The Decepticon Alliance from last time, from last war. World War I, or Great War III as they call it. I'm not even gonna name this next war right now, but... And then we also got the Thunderbolts here. And basically, so... The Heptagons are technically against or no, they're... Yeah, they're technically against them because... rules, but, the Dark Grey team and the Grey team do side to kind of set apart their differences and make an alliance. They're kind of like reluctantly making an alliance, because they don't like each other that much, but they don't like these guys. They like these guys even less, so they're making a triangle alliance over here. So we got Triangle Alliance, which, yeah, Triangle Alliance, honestly, they're not really that popular, right now, until the purple team makes a 3-point star alliance to kind of counter them, which is joined by the dark red team because they kind of don't like the gray team, or like gray team. So we got the 3-point star right there, and then also from all of this, the 3-point stars are technically aligned with the Thunderbolts, but the Thunderbolts are really more of just against their neighbors than aligned with the 3-point stars. They're really just against, like, dictatorships, because actually I'm gonna make the change that all these places turned into democracies now, or some sort of democratic system, maybe like republic or something. So they're kind of just anti-dictatorship, which the purple team and both of the gray teams are dictatorships. Weaker dictatorships, but still. So they're not gonna join anything. But we also have the green team joining the 3-point stars. You might ask, why are they doing this? Really just because, well, what also happened, I'm making this out of order. What happened just before, the gray team joins the Triangle Alliance. The gray team joins the Triangle Alliance, which leads the green team to join the 3-point stars as an opposition, because they kind of would just take their land. And they're like, well, if we, are opposing alliances, then, because they honestly want to be the one to fend off the gray team. These teams, actually, kind of, this main team right here joins the 3-point stars, because they're most powerful, but the rest of them are really staying neutral because they don't want to, screw off the wrong side right away, and then, kind of get targeted. So we also got the Cuba team joining the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts! TV show? Never heard of that. Then we also have the wine team over here joining the 3-point stars, because they don't really like the gray team. And then we have the pink team, joining the Triangle Alliance, really just because the pink team and the wine team used to be friends, but they're kind of falling apart because they let's just say they have a dispute over these islands. The pink team wants all these islands, and the wine team wants, like, up to... Wait, so the pink team wants... Wait, let me go to the layer to illustrate this. Pink team wants this, and the wine team basically wants this. So yeah, they've kind of been beefing out a bit, not that strong, but a little bit of beef there. So yeah, yeah, they're having a fun time being opposing alliances. So we got 3 alliances here. So it really is a 3-way war that's happening. Yeah, yeah, it really is a 3-way war here. And for how big the war is getting, none of the Amazon countries are really interfering yet. But honestly, most of the Amazon countries don't really like. But what's gonna happen is we're gonna have, of course, the pink and dark red team joining the three-pointed stars. I gotta fix up some of these map discrepancies. Because they're, of course, pro purple team. We also got dark black team being indecisive because, of course, they like the gray team, but honestly, they don't really see the dark gray team and light gray team as the same thing. And the gray team's kind of still there, but they are stronger than the gray team, and they kind of have a bit of falling out, to say the least. And they still do decide to join the triangle team because they're staying loyal. But yeah. And then, of course, we got the red team and the blue team deciding that they are going to support the Thunderbolts. Because, you know, the Thunderbolts are... Yeah, let me just... Thunderbolts, but they're also very small countries, so... Yeah, because they feel like... You know, they feel like they're better morally because, well... Yeah, they don't really like the purple team or the gray team that much. So, yeah, we have 2 new Thunderbolt members. And then, yeah, these members are staying neutral just because what happened last war. They're kind of these two. We got the orange team deciding to join up with the Triangle Alliance because, well, you know, they got... you know, what happened to their government, and because the orange team joins, we have the green team and the dark blue team also joining, because, you know, they joined. That's just how it goes with these teams now. They're kind of just hyping and there's even been talk about unification between the orange team, the green team, and the dark blue team, but they haven't really gotten anything yet because the gray team and the dark blue team feel about being over-dominated, but the people want it, the rulers not as much. But yeah, we got this happening. Of course, the Indigo team, like, of course they join the 3-point stars. What? I mean, yeah, it's not the most astonishing, because out of all of them here, they have kind of joined the opposite side other times. But in the last war, they were feeling like a pretty strong ally of the blue and red teams. But it's really just their new leader kind of being, well, supportive of the purple team. Why? Because, well, the new ruler is honestly kind of spoiled, and power of the monarchy, the monarchy here, has been getting slowly more powerful and getting more centralized. Kind of what happened with France. Hope no revolution occurs. The revolution, I suppose. The pink team, well, pink team technically would be joining the Thunderbolts before, but then they kind of almost got corrupted. Took part of the orange team. Pink team, yeah, they're anti-orange team, so they're gonna join the 3-point stars. And this blue team also gonna join 3-point star. So we got a good mix between Thunderbolts, Triangles, and 3-point stars here. Yeah, these 2 teams have new governments, so they're staying neutral here for now until something else happens. So yeah, we got a lot of these teams deciding on where they're gonna go, including also the green team, which decides to actually support the Thunderbolts because, you know, one, they want to take land from the wine purple team, and also they just kind of, you know, like the red and blue teams over here. So yeah, We also got more 3-point star love over here from the from the gray blue team over here, because what happened before. And we also just these countries honestly haven't really done much. But yeah. Call me a bit of a cheapskate for doing this way, but I'm gonna make all of them join different alliances just because it'll be a fun war that way, having them fight each other. So they're kind of weak or not weak. They're not weak, but more of like not as invested into the war, but they're still like there definitely. So yeah, we got this whole triad here of different wants. Yeah, and then it can't be a Second World War if there's no real thing. Honestly, the timescale is confusing here. I call it World War, but really a World War? No, it's really not. It's really not. And of course, these territories are anti-colonial. And we look at the colonial teams. Well, honestly, most of the colonial teams we got is either 3-point stars has colonies, and the Thunderbolts have colonies. But like the only thing that doesn't have many colonies is the triangles. The orange team has a small colony here. The green and dark blue and teal team have no colonies. The light gray team also has no colonies. The dark gray team has no colonies. So honestly, you might I feel like it feels not the best answer, but most of them want to join the Triangle Alliance because that's the team with the least amount of with the smallest amount of colonies, basically. So we got the light green team joining over here, the cyan team joining over here. We got the light blue team joining over here. We also oh yeah, also the black team technically does have a big colony here. But honestly, out of all the colonists here, the black team's kind of most chill. So actually this team over here, they kind of rebel from the black team, so they're actually gonna join 3-point star instead. But then we got, yeah, we got another wait, what? No, that's Dark Red's colony. Triangle. And then these teams honestly don't really care about what's happening over in the Americas. They don't care. I mean, other than here, actually, other than this kind of area that's been slowly developing. These colonies have been developing very slowly, but we also got stuff like, yeah, brown team colony here, which I still feel is a bit weird. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, the Windows Alliance. That hasn't gone away. If anything, wait. No, it has. It has gone away. This shouldn't be here. Yeah, this shouldn't be here. We got these Australian teams. Yeah, these Australian teams are honestly just kind of chilling here because there's actually not many. The only colonies here are located in northern Asia. Not really. There's no colonies in Oceania, which I gotta expand some of these countries really. But honestly, they're just kind of big chilling. They might join later. They might be kind of like at the end of World War II, where it's like, oh no, like where almost all the countries in the Americas joined the Allies because they're kind of forced to join a side. So yeah, so so they're gonna pick a side again probably. But right now, this is kind of what the map of tensions looks like, and we got a lot of alliances building. So yeah, this is not your normal world. This is actually a three-way war, or gonna be a three-way war. I mean, war? Crazy. But yeah, no, that's definitely gonna have fun later, and definitely isn't gonna boil over into anything. But anyways, we got some of these areas honestly just expanding because they haven't expanded for the longest time, as Billy Joel says. I don't want to sing too much of that because I don't want to get copyrighted. But yeah, for the longest time, if you know what I'm saying. I like having a Billy Joel reference, like, you guys listen to Billy Joel. I'm surprised I even know the Billy Joel reference, but eh. But yeah, we got the purple team colony over here expanding because they've been doing well on the mainland, so they're putting funding into here also. Just doing well. Light blue team also kind of just expanding, and even just doing a bit of de jure expansion. Basically just going like this area that we've explored so far. Basically just saying, yeah, we own the yeah, we own this area. Owning a rather large area over here. Rather large, meaning actually very large. So yeah, these colonies are actually expanding quite a bit. And we got over here, not in colonies. Well, I mean, actually one of them was a colony, but those areas were expanding. So we also got up here, being expanded upon. I don't know about the existence of the Nile in this world. I have not thought about this. There's also technically a Suez Canal here. But this kind of northern island is discovered, including the coastline around here. And this team decides to... It's like kind of Carthage team if you think about it. Carthaginian team. Expands more, and also just claims the entirety of this island in general. And ooh, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, I realized what I did. But including this northern coastline and all the way up to this Suez Canal area. So a lot of these areas are kind of expanding quickly, but people aren't actually here. Like, there's, like, in this northern area, Suez Canal area, like, there's nobody here. But they're more of just claiming the area, saying, like, we want this area, basically, type of thing. Yep. So we got them also claiming area around here. And then we got the northern Iberia, Gaul area, just kind of claiming more inland land. Crazy, it's not like every other country is doing this. And the Scandinavian country also just claiming more land up here, even going in here and pass here into kind of unexplored lands. They basically claim like big peninsula area, and then in here they actually know some of this land, so they just claim like that. Yeah, I don't know, they claim that area. So we got a lot of that expanding quite a bit, and then we even got the purple team deciding to basically do the same, just kind of go down here, just kind of claim this area just for no reason, even though they don't really have it scouted out what it looks like or anything. So yeah, we got them actually rather quickly expanding right now. Yeah, we got Borneo over here, and Borneo, Borneo in real life is actually very divided, but they're kind of feeling different from the rest of the green team. They decide, specifically northern Borneo, because northern Borneo actually used to be part of the gray team, so they actually decide to rebel. Not pro-gray team rebellion, just anti-lime team. Like, not because lime team is bad people, it's more just because, well, they don't really align as well with the lime team. They don't align as well. taking areas of northern Borneo. I gotta work on more capital work. I've neglected a ton of areas. Really have. But taking, yeah, claiming most of northern Borneo, actually just most of Borneo period, except this part of southern Borneo, and also their western Philippine colony area. Is it really a colony? I don't know. The jury's up for debate on that one. But anyways, while this is happening, the Lime team happens to also just kind of claim most of this area. This is, yes, Sumatra. And basically, they don't even scout out all Sumatra. They basically just go, we claim all of this island. And also all of this island. So yeah, we got them kind of just claiming areas. Because they can. And they will. Also, Light Blue team should have done this earlier. Claiming all these islands in eastern Papua New Guinea. Nope, that is not how it goes. Yeah, so in eastern Papua New Guinea, I don't know what these islands are actually called, but is there actually any islands on the other side of the world? No, there's nothing here. Okay. Nothing here, guys. So yeah, we got a bunch of areas kind of finally being claimed because honestly, I kind of slowed down colonization for a while. This probably would have happened throughout a longer time because, you know, they've been here just kind of sitting for a while, and they probably would have explored a lot more, especially the brown team here. The brown team, you know, yeah. Underestimating the brown team. The brown team is doing well for themselves. Exploring areas, and then just... yeah, so a lot of these nations have been been bigger than we thought, or I'm just now showing them on the map. So yeah, they're just expanding out here. Well, currently showing the exploration. There we go. Honestly, with all this time with the dark red team, with their good lures ravaging the gray team, they probably been actually doing this like a while back, is when they actually started. Because they were, you know, doing good in the homelands. Oh, I'm actually guessing this was like actually kind of older thing that I'm really just updating now. Then we got Korea, just kind of going around, taking some land, not too much, not too, you know, don't want to upset their people. They've seen with, you know, previous areas that have expanded too quickly. Whatever. Who would do that? But yeah, so we got this, this C. You know, I'm gonna make it a C. I'm gonna say that there's actually a river connecting. Well, there is a river, but like river connects this. So yeah, I'm gonna call this northern Sea of China. This is gonna be the southern Sea of China. They're actually not connected. One's connected here and another's connecting here, but there's kind of the northern sea and the southern sea. Because do you see what I see? No, I'm blind, so that's actually very rude. But no, I'm not blind, guys. Mapping, imagine I was blind. I don't know how I'd be mapping if I was blind. That would be a very interesting content. So yeah, a lot of this area being kind of filled in. There's still vast northern, or what, there's vast central area, why north? Vast central area that still hasn't been explored, but being slowly explored. Also in Australia, not Austria. We got this outback region really being slowly explored. There's probably a lot of native tribes here that's kind of adapted to the region. Or, not a lot, but some native tribes here that kind of adapted to the region. But it's hard to explore because, you know, what's in the center of Australia? A giant desert. Crazy. But honestly, mostly the Americans kind of teamed up to find this and kind of finally fill it in. It's only kind of half filling in because kind of what happened with Africa. There's not as much interest, but I don't know, I'm just gonna show it like that just because it looks better. So we got this salmon team just really making wide swaths. And then we got red team just kind of expanding. Yeah, no, the committee for better borders thing, that's been a while. It's still been active. They have been berating the green team, the blue team, and the red team to stop, please. But they said nothing. If they said this in the Americas, they might actually comply. But they don't give two shirts about what this random committee from the other side of the world says. But they've been trying so hard. It's not like that their own army. Like, they can't do anything because they don't have their own army. Appears that there's a new, really small nation. Basically the size of, kind of the size of, really, no, not quite the size, actually a bit bigger than, about the size of 2 Vatican cities in the capital of the red team. Doesn't actually have an official capital because it's tiny. Its official capital is the country. The capital is the country. Yeah, this is the country. And this country is literally just the Committee for Better Borders. It is the Committee for Better Borders as a country. Kind of like the Vatican City is literally just like the papacy. So, the Committee for Better Borders actually has a country now. And they actually have a military. But they're only thinking about it right now. But on an unrelated note, the green team, the red team, and the blue team, all decide to, these teams actually decide to join an alliance because they kind of want to come closer to the Americas a bit. They're becoming de-isolationist a bit. And we have really, I'm just grabbing color here, not the shape. Really, all of them kind of joining different alliances because they have different kind of views. So they're just really joining different alliances because of different people. So we got, starting off with the blue team joining the Triangle Alliance because they feel like it, which causes the purple team to join the Lightning Bolt Alliance, and also the green team to join the Lightning Bolt Alliance, and then the red team to join the 3-Point Stars, and the light area blue team to join the Triangle Alliance. And also we have the Simon team over here doesn't really kind of want to deal with it, Perth. And these two teams don't want to deal with it as much later. They might join later, but not as much. So we actually got some countries in Eastern world kind of actually joining up here. And yeah, and the light blue team, this new Committee for Better Borders, is effectively neutral, but honestly, yeah, they're saying they're neutral right now, but they do have biases, as we saw with the last war. But anyways, that's all, and goodbye, my cabbages.